We've got barbecue back here. You're all invited. Welcome to the Sloopcast. How are you doing today, Kyle?
Doing all right, Jared. How are you doing today?
Apparently, Gangland's telling me that I actually provided barbecue today. I barely fed myself today. I've not felt great this weekend, but it's pulled pork, really? Because Jared pulled it away from you. Listen, I did not steal food from anyone. As I said, I barely fed myself this weekend. Jared hogs all the barbecue. I'm going to go ahead and pretend that's not a pun. I'm going to pretend for your sake that that's not a pun. So you stole food from yourself. You know, that's one way of looking at that. That's one way of looking at that. But you know what, Kyle, we don't have time to mess around today. We have something special planned. Oh, it's a pun. Well, then shame on you.
It is another Wasteland episode here, so
it is.
We're getting closer to the season, Jared. We're only a few weeks away until fall camp starts here. So we only have a couple more Wasteland episodes before football season's here.
We bring back Sloop Camp.
I know. Sloop
Camp has 2 seasons. It has a spring season and a fall season, or I guess a summer season. But we have something planned today. It might take a bit of time to do, so I don't want to screw around at all. And if you're not excited yet, maybe this will get you excited. As I switch up our screen here, audio only folk. Plans. Jared has plans. I do. Audio only folk. If you've not watched the YouTube version of the show, today might be a great day to start. This is a little bit visual. The Big Ten Network, maybe about a week or so ago, released a highlight film of Ohio State's entire 2021 season. And we're going to watch it, and we're going to talk about it as we watch it. We'll have to play with the audio levels on this. Now, just to make sure everyone knows before we get started on this is a highlight reel. We're about to see all the good plays.
Yeah.
We're about to see all the good plays. So let's hit play. Let's do that. All right.
And they're running around the right side. Williams down the sideline.
There's Williams. Big touchdown. First quarter. Mind Williams to the end zone touchdown.
Just like that. Rolling there.
Should we have audio? Do you not have audio? I think you should have audio.
It's a block right there, but then it's just all Williams.
I know the recording's getting audio. Not from the video. No. Well, you might have to watch the YouTube video back then. Okay, and now we go to the next play. And Minnesota magically has 21 points again because we're only watching the good plays.
Man, that was probably one of the first few that throw and catch to Wilson there against Minnesota. That's probably his first really good throw. Of that evening there, and it was just in stride, and you'll see throughout the year just how much better he got.
Some people might strip sack.
Yep,
for the touchdown.
That was a nice strip by Harrison, and this is where you get the Haskell, the Rascal Garrett.
And of course, we have ads.
Hard. You need
we have ads.
All you need is 3 minutes.
I know.
And once you try,
these aren't our ads. I'm not getting money for this. Okay, so here's a highlight. Zach Harrison coming off the edge. We really wanted to see more of that from him last season. I think we sort of thought or hoped that was going to be the tone setter for his season. It didn't really turn out that way. It's a textbook strip sack. You know, he's coming around the edge, quarterback steps up. Basically, the only play he had left was to reach around and knock that ball out. But and again, I'm not knocking Harrison for it because
man, and this is where whoever didn't know about Henderson before Henderson before the season knew Henderson in this game.
Yeah,
got to know who he really was.
Now, on the other, I was going to say real quick, I absolutely do not blame, not entirely Zach Harris. The entire defense struggled. It's hard to get sacks when wide receivers are running wide open throughout the season. Like, you just don't have time to get the sack. So just real quick, when I say we were hoping that was going to be a tone setter for Harrison's season, I'm not knocking Harrison when I say that. Now, on the other side of that tone setting, this did set the tone for what we were wanting to see and hoping to see from Harrison this year. Or Henderson, rather, last year.
Got Minnesota confused. They vacated zone in the last
Yeah, look at this. Linebacker's running in the wrong direction, and it was game over. Linebacker blocked himself on that. And then Ruckert. Ruckert with a great block. Ruckert's going to be a better pro than he was a Buckeye. I'm calling it now.
Oh,
I know I'm not alone in that.
Gosh, and then Olave just such high football IQ, just knowing where his blocks are and just following his blocks down the field. Just amazing.
He's one of those guys, and you don't see this a ton in college, who's insanely fast but knows when to not run fast.
I mean, look at his eyes. He's just constantly looking around. You can just see his eyes just moving, just back and forth where he needs to go.
Let you know, Kyle, I had a Discord crash there for a second. Okay, here we go. We're back. All right, we're on to Oregon now, and once again, we're only looking at the good plays, thanks to BTN.
Yeah, and this is where Oregon just like got caught napping, and yeah, that was an easy pitch and catch there. Yeah, nothing much with the Oregon game here. We thought this might have been the turning point here. Buckeye goes down, so gets the score. Only go down by a score here, but yeah, just not enough for it's not enough from this offense that we were hoping that game.
Oh, let's not blame the offense for the Oregon debacle. I mean, is what you're saying true? Yes. But let's not blame the offense for this. I will note that there was not a single defensive highlight from the Oregon game. Per BTN.
And this was Henderson's coming out party here. He broke. This is the game against was it this one? Yeah, against Tulsa. Yeah. He breaks Archie Griffin's freshman record with most rushing yards in a single game by a freshman.
Tulsa, drop 8 cover for all game.
Yes.
I mean, yeah. Hey, what are you going to do if you're Tulsa?
Oh, my goodness.
If you try and stop Henderson, they're going to go over top with, Wilson or Olave. If you drop 4 to keep a cover on a Wilson and Olave, this happens.
We have 277 yards in this game.
Now, that being said, like we said about Coach Combs on 1,000 occasions, maybe mix it up a tad. Maybe if you're Tulsa, that's what you do. All right, we're moving on to Akron, and it's still the Henderson show. Highlights from non-Power 5 games plus Rutgers shouldn't really count. Hey, they all count.
Oh, this is the game where, this is the game with Wilson. I think it's this play right here. Yep.
Yeah, this is
side to Wilson, and he says to the cornerback, "You trying to tackle me? Get on your back."
God, you gotta love when a wide receiver throws a stiff arm. Where's Stewart? There's his boy McCord. Is Stewart not here? We're over here watching McCord highlights. We don't have Stewart in the chat.
Yeah. Man, look at this. That power. Boom. Get on your back.
Bubba Arslanian wasn't able to start training camp on time. Missed, I believe, 10 days of practice.
And there's JSN. I think that might have been his first touchdown of the year.
Was it really? This
Might
deep
have
in? That can't be true.
I don't know.
It
I'd
was?
have to look.
We're getting confirmation in the chat, Kyle, that what you're saying is true.
All right. Oh, and here comes the weirdest. Is this the interception? Yeah, the weirdest interception.
Yeah. This is, by the way, is our first highlight since the Minnesota game for the defense. If that tells you anything. Again, BTN's being very nice here and only showing us the good plays. But yeah, here's a highlight of the Hickman interception. The offensive player had no idea it was intercepted. Totally wild. Here comes another. That's a McCord bomb right there.
Yep, that's McCord. That was McCord there to Wilson.
Yeah, thrown short, but it had to be thrown short because of the safety coming over. Great throw. Absolutely tremendous throw. Here's a highlight of it. Yeah. He beats the low guy. The top guy comes over the zone. McCord drops it exactly where it had to be, on the sideline, a little bit short to keep it away from the safety, but still be over top of the defensive back. Stupid Discord crashed again. I don't know what Discord's doing.
Oh, there's Stewart missing. You missed it, Stewart.
Well, we're still in the Akron game. He still might see some. We were just singing the praises of your boy McCord.
There was Ibuka's first really long play of the season. Almost took that one to the house. All right, we moved on to Rutgers here, and this was the Henderson game as well too.
Yeah.
He had actually no. He only had 71 yards. 71 yards on 8 carries. Only had 8 carries in this game.
Guys, I'm really sorry Discord's acting stupid.
That's right. He did have that concussion. Yeah.
And there's nobody there. The freshman continues his incredible start to the 2021 season. A good jump down there and get low. So.
Oh yeah, and here's the fullback toss. Year of the fullback here.
Yes. The year of Rossi.
The touchdown, they got wiped off. So everyone's over aggressive. And there's nobody out in the flat to cover Mitch Rossi.
For anyone listening, if those Discord sounds are coming through on the recording, I apologize. My Discord's being stupid and crashing.
And here's another.
Chris Olave, another, amazing. One of the best wide receivers we've seen at Ohio State for a long time after the catch. And I think this is when Stroud started feeling it too.
Yes.
And you guys can be like, oh, it was Rutgers. But
he went 17 for 23, 330 yards, and 5 touchdowns against Rutgers.
Here comes another bomb.
Yep, and then he moved on to Maryland, and he does even more in this game here.
Yeah, the Rutgers game, like Stroud was having issues with his shoulder. He took off the Akron game. It was a game Henderson basically won by himself anyway. So it was a great game to take the game off. He comes back. He's in great shape for the Rutgers game and then goes hog on Maryland. What on earth is happening in this ad? Oh my God. Okay.
And here's what I was hinting at Jared earlier. I'm really feeling it this year. With number 12.
Yeah. It's wild. It's absolutely wild that Ohio State can lose 2 of the best wide receivers they've had in recent years. And like, we're not at all worried about the wide receiver position at Ohio State.
Mm-hmm. And in this game here against Minnesota, Ibuka had 2 great returns, could have both could have returned for touchdowns on those kickoff returns. And a great behind the back shoulder throw.
I wonder, in all honesty, Kyle, is this intentional? Is this a bad throw that worked out because Olave's Olave, or how does he catch that? That's stupid. Because it really could have been an intentional play to try and force a pass interference. It also could have just been thrown behind him because the Maryland Olave was not open on that play. To defend the Maryland defensive back, Olave was not open on that play.
Yep. And here's number 2 return for 12. And again,
Kyle, will Ohio State finally end their drought out on the special teams touchdown or the return touchdown?
I'm going to call it. Yeah, this year they'll finally break it. They'll finally get one.
Hey, look at this, a defensive highlight.
Yeah, here's a pick 6 by Greg Young. Ohio State had quite a few pick 6 or defensive touchdowns earlier in the year.
Yeah.
That's a tough one for Talia. He puts it right on the money.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of hype around Maryland maybe taking that next step this year, but I just don't see Baby Tua doing it.
Yep. And in the Indiana game.
Indeed, I don't know why Craig Young. Yeah, I don't know why.
In an Indiana game, it was more of just kind of a. It happened. The game happened.
He's the Ohio State quarterback. He'll throw it here on first down. Has all day and a money throw inside.
Yeah, Stroud really finding his groove. Really finding his groove.
Plenty of time to step into the throw.
JSN's at least triple covered. The ball placement does not get better on this play. Ball player does not get the ball position does not get better.
And look, Ibuka,
yeah,
almost breaking it here again.
Where was this later in the season?
Great, makes a great
That's a great cut
back there.
That's a great cut. Well, I love these all reds by Ohio State. We're officially on the Penn State game, and here's another fumble. There's another
scoop and
score. Couldn't think of the word scoop and score.
That was Cornell with the strip.
Cage with the touchdown.
Yep.
I love these all reds.
You see the pressure they bring, so it creates the one-on-one. Both defensive ends. It's a
you know, there was a lot of people arguing that should have been a forward pass, but he was trying to what was the term? He was trying to bring that back in, and it wasn't actually like a throwing motion.
Let's see. Oh yeah, he's definitely that's not even a question. He's absolutely tucking that. That was absolutely not a throwing motion anymore. By the way, Zach Harrison's in on this sack as well.
Mm-hmm. Look at the big guy run. Look at the big guy run.
He's got a nice stride.
Yeah.
He got some decent speed for a guy that big.
Yep.
All right, we're still in the Penn State game. CJ Stroud. Yeah, they really started to find the JSN underneath meta at this point in the season. JSN you know who JSN reminds me of? Crap, what was his name? He played for the Patriots for a long time, little wide receiver.
Edelman.
Before Edelman. Edelman was like 2.0 of this guy. But yeah, I mean, Edelman's also correct. Welker, thank you, Zach.
Yes.
Welker. That's who JSN reminds me of a lot. We're gonna see this touchdown again. He just sort of comes underneath, finds a weak part in the zone. Welker better than Edelman. I agree. But that's who JSN reminds me of. At least that's how they used him in this offense in particular. Mm-hmm. Kyle, do we know whether it be a capital N no or a, what we think? JSN staying in the slot, right? Is that what we're thinking?
I'm going to say he's going to be in every position. They're going to put him everywhere.
That's not a bad strategy either.
You got a lot of playmakers who can be deep threat or making a lot of under passes as well too, or under routes, that is.
Yeah.
And you could put JSN in different positions.
I think what you're trying to say is, Kyle, we got guys on the outside who are man-to-man beaters, and then we have JSN who's that zone beater. Just underneath, he's going to find the weakness and he's going to exploit it, and he's going to catch the ball and he's going to make magic with the ball in his hands.
Yeah.
I want you to keep an eye on 16. Jair Brown has to make the tackle to catch.
He's on a linebacker, which just isn't fair.
Never forget the difference you can make in people's lives.
And here goes Henderson against Penn State.
No.
God, he does not look as fast as he is.
Yeah.
You think he's not going to make the corner, and then he does.
After saving with
Sorry, I probably had a little sound recorded on my end, Jared, just because Cucho with his fourth goal.
Oh, okay.
You know you don't need.
Oh my God, what is the? Okay.
What are you watching, Jared? Okay. What are you watching? But he's so strong too, like breaking that first tackle, and then just, yeah, I agree, Jared. He does not look like he has that kind of speed for that. For how big he is.
He really might be the perfect balance back.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, like, who's the NFL comp for Henderson? I'm opening that one up to the chat.
Rushing touchdown.
Saquon? That's
Zeke?
not a bad comp.
Zeke?
Maybe. Zeke is more in the tackles, maybe. Not Mixon. No, not Mixon.
Man, look at that route.
Yeah, that is Chris Olave's route.
Right there, yeah, against Nebraska.
I mean, that's just how he made his money.
Rewind that, Jared.
I will rewind that again. We're against Nebraska. This is a Chris Olave touchdown.
Watch what he does.
Yeah.
Pause it right here. Rewind it just a little bit. So watch number 5, Nebraska. Watch his eyes, and as soon as you see him looking at the quarterback, Olave sees that, and then he makes his route. So watch number 5 here when you hit play, and then you see Olave making the turn. This has been
Olave's touchdown play all year, where he basically fakes inside, looks like he's about to curl the corner. Then the second that his cover man looks away, he just sort of suddenly slips outside, and it's a touchdown. It works every time.
Right down the field. They take advantage. Olave, great route. Look at him. He just waits until the corner comes.
Again, this is a dude with tremendous next level NFL man-beating speed who's not afraid to jog on the field when necessary. It's one of the things you see. You know what? I'll say this. This is one of the things you saw a lot of Ohio State wide receivers not do in the past.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll blame Zach Smith for it. I'll do it. I'll blame Zach Smith for it. These dudes were fast and athletic, and they felt like they had to be running at 100% all of the time. Chris Olave is a student 100% of Heartline. This is excellent, not dependent upon his athleticism for route running.
Before you hit play on here, you mentioned against Penn State just that under route that JSN ran and almost got a touchdown. I think this is pretty much the exact same play here.
Okay.
So if you hit play here, you'll see he does a 5-yard and then comes back.
Yeah, he just shatters the zone,
and he's gone with the help with Olave blocking down the field there.
He's just a zone shatterer. People were like, Ohio State needs to use a tight end. This is their tight end. This is their tight end. He sits underneath, he shatters the zone, except that he runs a 4-2.
That's juke.
JSN is a more twitchy KJ Hill. Yeah, I think so.
It was a great tip drill from Chambers, getting that pick there.
Is Chambers going to be one of our best linebackers this year? Is he going to?
I hope so.
Is he going to go full transition?
This guy's release is ridiculous.
All right, moving on to Purdue here, and I think we have some great plays here. Oh, what? Was it this one?
JSN
No.
on this end around. How does he not go out of bounds?
No, he did. He did.
Oh, did
get
he?
out of bounds.
Oh, that's bull.
How did he not get out of bounds? Oh, he did. Oh, that's bullshit. That was you, Jared.
I know. But here's the thing.
Right there. Man,
but did he?
So close.
They never even stopped to review it. Yeah, let's call BS.
And again, that speed from Henderson.
Once again, you don't think he's going to split those two guys, and then he does it anyway. I mean, eventually you realize he's going to do it because you realize you don't know how to estimate his speed.
Yeah, as soon as he got past the line of scrimmage here, he just made a straight line to the pylon there. Straight line right there.
There in the B gap is Kieran Douglas, the middle linebacker, late getting over the
Clears the linebackers and it's goodbye. Yeah, exactly. If the linebackers don't slow him up at all, if he's able to get to the secondary at full speed, it's game over.
Love that interaction between the two freshmen. Stroud on second down. Look at that effort. Garrett Wilson.
That's trusting your wide receiver right there.
Yep, and this is when Wilson came back too, because he missed the Nebraska game. So this was him coming back here. He gets that acrobatic catch.
Now let's pray that the YouTube gods don't give us something embarrassing this time. Okay, we're good. We're good.
And then the next highlight here is a jet sweep for Wilson for a touchdown as well.
This is when I think we started to get a little hopeful. You had some really good games here. We're just shattering teams.
And it's just because the offense just clicking it there. Oh,
yeah.
Speaking of the offense, and no, this game, Jared, this is the game we thought against Sparty that we thought this is the game that was going to turn around. You had a top 10 matchup of Michigan State here.
But
defense showed.
We knew Michigan State wasn't actually that good, though.
Yes.
It is insanely overrated Michigan State.
That's true. But both offense and defense came up in this game. I think the final score was 56-7.
Yeah, one of the things that Ohio State could get away with last year with their lackluster offense their lackluster defense. Stop the run well enough. Yeah, that's all you had to do against Sparty. Well, but not only that, but when you get up this big, this quick, and you force a team who's not good at passing, aka Michigan State, you now put them in a position where they have to throw the ball, they're fucked. So
Stroud threw more touchdowns than he did incompletions in this game. He was 32 for 35 with 6 touchdowns.
Insane.
And 432 yards.
Absolutely insane.
Man, Ohio State had over 650 yards against Michigan State. 650 offensive yards.
Remember when Peyton Thorne went like 12-12 against us in the COVID year and people were freaking out? Yeah, I do. The defense was even worse that year somehow. Oh boy. And here's the Michigan game.
Yep.
Yeah. The BTN gods are going to be nice to us once again and only show us the good plays here. Just try not to watch the score, everyone. Just try not to watch the score. That's good hand fighting right there by Henderson. Great blocking by Rutgers. Gets the edge.
If he somehow was able to get that acrobatic touchdown there from Wilson.
Yeah, this was to take the lead against Michigan. You kind of hope at this point that this was... Henderson should have scored a TD on that. I don't think so. I think he did not have anywhere near... You know what I was saying before about how the linebackers have to at least slow him down before he got to the secondary? He did a good job shedding off that line. Oh, you're thinking of a different play. My bad. But yeah, he at least had to shed off that linebacker, which slowed him up enough.
And then making Olave catches.
Yeah, it's just this late in November against a good enough defense. There's just zero reason why Ohio State should have 35 points scored on them at this point.
Yeah.
All right, we're on to the Rose Bowl.
Or is known as the JSN game.
Yeah. Well, except
this one's Marvin Harrison Jr. for the first touchdown.
Timeout. We refer to this as the JSN game, and for good reason. He sets records. Yeah. You know what? Yes, Gangland. Gangland says it was the Brian Hartline game. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what this was. Rightfully, we focus a lot on everything that JSN did in this game. Absolutely. Marvin Harrison Jr. starts his first ever collegiate football game in the Rose Bowl and proceeds to score 3 touchdowns. We don't talk about that enough.
Yeah.
We don't talk about it enough. Marvin Harrison Jr., first ever collegiate football game in the Rose Bowl against a very good Utah football team, scores 3 touchdowns. We've not paid enough attention to that fact.
Short, they find the end zone. What a gamble and what a throw. Took a risk. Shows you the confidence that they have in 7.
This is a dime. They call this a risk, but it's not. The defensive...
It was 4th and 1.
Oh, my bad. I thought they were talking about the throw.
It was 4th and 1 on that play. And then 1-on-1 there. This one right here, he just stiff arms all the way for like 10 yards into the end zone.
Stiff arms all the way in the end zone, but you could tell he's kind of losing balance, so he stuck his football hand out there to make sure it got over the line.
Separation, puts that ball on that sideline where Smith and Jigba can get to it, gets away from Bernard.
Yeah, Stroud was feeling it this game.
Down 7.
You know, you get a little bit of a break. He felt, disrespected as hell because of, he got the trip to New York for the Heisman ceremony, and his reward for that was being mocked on television by Desmond Howard. Do you think Stroud wasn't, you think that's not in Stroud's head to this day? You think that was not in Stroud's head in this football game?
Yeah.
He is one of the best players in all of college football, gets a trip to New York for the Heisman ceremony, and gets humiliated on television by Desmond Howard, who doesn't know how to shut his fucking mouth.
Oh, and
thank you, Desmond Howard, for motivating CJ Stroud for this game and for this entire next season. Was Desmond Howard even good in the NFL? Yeah. I mean, he was a better college player, but yeah, he was fine in the NFL.
Do you remember how many passing yards Stroud had in this Rose Bowl game?
Had to have been a shot. I mean, we talked about how much JSN had. How much?
Yeah. So JSN by himself 347 yards.
Yeah.
Stroud 573 yards. Almost 600 yards. Almost 600 yards. Absolutely insane.
Yeah, it's psychotic. Yeah, okay. We'll push play on this again. It's currently 38-38 with 4:33 to go in the Rose Bowl. Kyle, this was like a 24-minute video, and I was just like, I'm now wishing I had stopped it more because I've not had enough. This is making me excuse the expression. I just don't know how else to say it. So please, everyone, excuse the expression. I'm football horny as hell right now.
Oh, it's funny. So 4.5 minutes left in the game here, Jared.
Yeah.
38-38. There will be 17 more points scored before the end of the game.
Welcome to college football, everybody.
Area tonight is now the tailback.
17 points.
Stroud launching.
And here's 7 of them right here. Ridiculous throw. Maybe an even better catch.
This is my favorite catch of the year, and there were some to pick from. This is insane. They're going to show the back angle on this. They have to, right?
I think
look at this.
Right here.
This is insane. I feel like if you've not watched or played football much in your life, I don't know if you fully understand how utterly ridiculous this catch is. His body position right here to make this catch.
How much he has to turn?
You mean Pac-12 defense, Gangland? Same difference. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, he's running full speed. He's running full speed. He's got this guy over top of him trying to prevent him from making the catch. To have his neck at this angle, running full speed, tracking this football, this shouldn't be allowed. Human beings should not be capable of this. And then, like, this motion to bring his hands with the ball to make sure he continues the catch. This hand motion, this arm motion here is absurd.
By the way.
Absolutely absurd. This should not be humanly possible. And then, oh, by the way, gets a foot down.
Has been almost flawless in his career, and now has a 19.
And then
it's now 45-45, and here's the winning field goal.
No struggle, ruggle. Waves up to the defender.
How did I forget about that? Waving goodbye to the guy who tried. Bye-bye.
But he made it.
Oh my God, I forgot. How did I forget about that?
As you can see, I'm pretty relaxed. I'm looking for someone who likes sand.
Oh, that was fun. Kyle, do you have a favorite as I switch back away from this? That was the wrong thing to click.
I wrote down some here.
Yeah.
I wrote down some. Man, it's tough. I mean, some of those acrobatic catches from Wilson. I mean, if we're doing a play and maybe not a performance by like JSN against Utah or Henderson against Tulsa. I don't know. I would probably say I don't know. I think probably that Wilson catch against Purdue, just almost like a moss, like what they call like mossing somebody, just up over that Purdue defender for that touchdown. That might be it. I mean, that last play with JSN that we just saw at the end there, just making that catch to go up by 7 against Utah. That might be the best catch that Jared mentioned earlier too. That might be the best catch of the year for Austin.
We're talking about the best catches of the year, though. I really feel like we need to give at least an honorable mention to Ronnie Hickman on that pick 6. It's just one of the smoothest things I've ever seen. I'm still not sure how he caught the ball.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Kyle, that was somehow not enough. I was like, oh, this is 24 minutes. Do we have time to watch the entire thing? I wish it was longer. That was a lot of fun. I'm actually in the suggestions that popped up. there are now like highlights for the individual games, and I'm real tempted just to click on them. Just to be like, let's run that one back.
And we did get it, and then we did get it nicknamed this year, Jared, of Haskell the Rascal.
Haskell the Rascal. No Struggle Ruggle, although that one was ours. I don't think it was just ours. I think a lot of people were saying it, but the Algo knows. Yes, the Algo always knows, Gangland. The Algo always knows.
We have, where is it at here? We do have a sticker here.
Sticker? Oh, the No Struggle Ruggle wave off
emoji. Yeah, the emoji. There it is. There it is. Yes.
Oh, yes. It doesn't. It's not reading on the screen at all. I just want you to. It's not reading on the screen at all. But yeah, it says Noah No Struggle Ruggle. All right, Kyle. That's it. That's the end of the episode. That was a lot of fun. I hope that played on audio. I know that was probably a lot of fun for the YouTube folks. I really, really hope that played well on audio. We did our best to sort of describe what we were watching. So I hope that played well on audio. So Kyle, do you have anything in Kyle's corner? Is anything else you want to talk about before we go?
No, I'm just kind of off to the side here watching the Battle of Ohio going on, where the Crew's up 1-0 at halftime.
Kyle, is this a
know.
big deal? Are you and I both wearing our Crew stuff right now?
Oh, hey, look at that. I didn't even realize what you were wearing. I honestly didn't even realize.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think mine's a generic. It just says Columbus Forever. This was from the homage line when we were like in the Save the Crew movement, and they don't think they had an MLS partnership at that particular, like it was a weird time. It was a weird time. Ohio State did pick up if I can tack something into if we can tag actually something Ohio State related into Kyle's corner. Ohio State did pick up a new recruit. We'll come back with a building blocks episode at some point. Talk a little bit more about that. 4-star tight end, Jalayan Thurman. Huge pickup for Ohio State. Absolutely enormous. But again, we'll come back on a building blocks episode and talk a little bit more about that at some point in the future. Kyle, are we good?
We good.
All right.
I mean, as good as we can be. Jared getting us too excited early on for football season.
We might have to come back and watch one of these individual game highlights. This was a lot of fun. Again, I really hope this played for the audio folk. If you're not watching us on YouTube, please come by and watch us on YouTube. youtube.thesloopcast.com. And if you're not in our Discord server, maybe come by, hang out in our Discord server, discord.thesloopcast.com. And if you like what we do here and you want to make sure we're able to keep doing it, we would super appreciate some financial assistance. And we're not just giving stuff away. We're not just asking for we're not asking for money for nothing. You do get, you can see Jared live react to you saying, fuck you. You'll get a shirt. Yeah, you do get a shirt if you subscribe at a high enough level. But the $3 level is actually all you really need as far as all the digital content to participate with Austin and Spikes and everyone else. And I was almost just not going to say Gangland, even though he was the most chatty the entire time. And Gangland and everyone down in the chat there. I know, right, Gangland? So yeah, just it's that all of this sort of digital access, early access to episodes, the super secret Sloopcats only episode, you can get access to all of that for only $3 a month. So with all that being said, Kyle, tonight's ending music we brought to you by a Cincinnati-based band, which now that I think about it, feels a little sacrilegious to be saying on the day of Hell is Real, but oh well, here we are. They just released some new music. They're called MotherFolk. So we're going to play them today. And with all of that being said, I'd like to encourage everyone to go FC, get out of here.
Who? What?
Gangland.
Really?
I know you're from Cincinnati, but you know, conform to what I want you to be. So with all that being said, I'd like to encourage everyone to drink local beer, listen to local music, and of course, support your local podcasters and football team. Both footballs. So, once again, this is MotherFolk.